Barcelona in action again then on Tuesday, taking on Leganés. Antoine Griezmann once again expected to start. You take a look at Sam Marsden's ratings from Barca's opening match, a 6. Could pretty much give his career a 6 at Barca so far. Quique Setien, though, still very much in support of his French international, saying Griezmann is indisputable. He's played practically all games. He'll continue to play a leading role. He's an important player. Julian Aron, speaking earlier on the Gab and Jules podcast, starting to get worried.
I'm a bit worried about Griezmann, I have to say. He said that he was back at his best, he was great at training, he was this and that, and then he produces a game like this, which I don't think the others help, but I don't think he's helping himself either. I just don't know what the answer is. I don't know I know what the problem is, but I don't know how you fix that problem. Maybe he's just not suited to play for that team, and maybe bloody defend too much either.
Shaka, Hislop and Ali Moreno with us. Ali, is this really a big surprise that Griezmann couldn't play alongside Messi?
No, I don't think it's a surprise, but what I think it's surprising is how little impact he has on the game and how very much his participation in the game is about running around with really having no real participation in the build-up or in the final third or in creating chances or actually being the guy putting the final touch. I don't fault Griezmann in the sense that he's running around, he is busy, he is lively, he's working hard, he's defending. But if I'm looking at somebody to do sort of the hard work and the running around and the chasing, that looks more like Martin Braithwaite than Antoine Griezmann. When you bring a guy like Antoine Griezmann, you are expecting a difference maker, a game changer, somebody who can play off of Lionel Messi and can resolve a situation for you whenever Lionel Messi is not having a good game or whenever Barcelona needs a different angle or somebody else different to step into a position in which they can score a goal on their own. But that's not Antoine Griezmann with Barcelona. We see him floating around in and out of spaces, underneath, out wide, not really central all the time, in all sorts of different positions and doing a whole lot of running, a whole lot of work. But none of it is really effective. None of it is really efficient. And to be honest with you, you expect a whole lot more from a guy who came in with the sort of resume that he did. If it is Braithwaite running around and doing the hard work and chasing and covering and scoring a goal here and there, you say, well, yeah, that's what you expect from Martin Braithwaite. But you expect a whole lot more from Antoine Griezmann, and it's just not happening yet.
That's the key word in all of this, Shaka, isn't it? Expectations.
Yeah, and listen, I disagree with Ali in that I thought Griezmann would be a whole lot better. I expected so much more. And the old cliche is good players find a way to play together. I don't think before his arrival in Barcelona that anybody questioned Antoine Griezmann was a good player. And especially given the difference in his roles for Atletico Madrid and for France, and yet still how he was able to adapt and continue to have meaningful impact for both of those at the highest levels. I thought slot in, all right, albeit different alongside Lionel Messi in his role at Barcelona. But I didn't anticipate these struggles. It's been largely disappointing. And the big question is, where do you go from here for Antoine Griezmann? I'm not sure anybody picks him up with the kind of money he's on. And it's just not working. And I don't see it turning around either.
How does Setien fix it, Ali?
Well, it's difficult for Quique Setien because when you see a sequence of play like you did in the first half for Antoine Griezmann, maybe even in the second half early on when there is a break, an opportunity in which he's in a 1v1 situation, just kind of take on the defender, the spacing behind, here we go, Antoine, show us what you got. And then he takes a touchback and then a touchback and a touchback and then starts passing the ball sideways. And then you start saying, wait a minute, is this a tactical thing? Is this what he's doing out on the field and what position best suits him within Barcelona? Is this something that Quique Setien can change? Or is this something where the player doesn't really know what his role is, doesn't really know where he fits in? And because he's unsure and uncertain as to where he fits in, then the confidence goes down. And then you see a player that is more than comfortable just taking a touch back and recycling the ball and then doing the running and covering defensively that you expect from other players, but not from a guy that is supposed to be a difference maker for you in the final third. So Quique Setien can slot him wherever he wants to, But I think Antoine Griezmann has to find his own role and his own place and his level of comfort so that he can provide the best version of himself. We haven't seen anywhere near that from Antoine Griezmann with Barcelona.
Jack, we're nitpicking a little bit, aren't we? Barca with a comfortable win against Mallorca. Same for Real Madrid, particularly a good first half performance against Eibar on Sunday. Who impressed you the most?
Well, right now, Barcelona. I saw Real Madrid and against Eibar, and it was, as you would expect. The only surprising thing for me in that game was how open Eibar were to the counter-attack, which, given who Real Madrid are, I thought pretty ridiculous from their own approach. But Barcelona away to Mallorca and comfortable, and Ali right to point out the struggles of Antoine Griezmann. Yet you look at the scoreline and Barca's position. That for me the more impressive. In a weekend that you're not quite sure what to expect, given the fact that it's the first game after the lockdown.
Ali, is this a situation for Real Madrid in that they have to win every game between now and the end of the season to catch Barcelona?
More than likely, that's the case, Dan. I see a Real Madrid team that has to be perfect. And Barcelona, I think they have to be perfect themselves. I just find that both of these teams are going to have difficulties maintaining a level of play. And they're going to need a break here and there because of the heavy schedule that they have coming up. And I just don't see rotation happening. And Quique Setién did some of that over the weekend in taking players out and giving a break to Sergio Busquets because, well, now you have to look ahead to Leganés and then it's Athletic Bilbao and so on and so forth. And the games keep coming and you have to keep getting 3 points. The important thing, I think, for Barcelona is that over the next couple of games, they're going to be first to play. And so Real Madrid is going to be staring at whatever result Barcelona has put up. So if you're Barcelona and you're able to hold serve, you get your 3 points, and that puts a lot more pressure on Real Madrid having to deliver. As for Real Madrid, I'll say this. You're expecting that Eden Hazard is going to come good at some point. And while he had some moments against Eibar, we've still seen some of the same struggles that we see with Antoine Griezmann. So the most consistent player in the attack that Real Madrid has had over the course, really, of the last couple of years, continues to be Karim Benzema. And that's the oldie but a goodie, the guy that keeps delivering good performances, and Real Madrid just kind of riding Benzema and see what he does in the final third, but hoping that they're going to get a game-changing performance at some point from Eden Hazard. That's yet to happen, much like Griezmann for Barcelona.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.